What is up, Speedy Scoop here, bringing you another video. I appreciate all those that show up each and every time I post. Truly, I appreciate that, from all the likes, the comments, or just the views. You guys are truly awesome. Today's intro is a tad bit different, but the same thing. Cars, joy, vibes. We're just going to be vibing out. I appreciate to everyone. Let's dive in. This is my friend's car. We're going to test drive it, but today's video consists of the Mini Cooper, but this is going to be the intro. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's dive into this video. Boy say he'll take you for a ride, you go for a ride.
I just put the short throw in there too.
Sheesh! My little ass in this. Oh, this is awesome. Beautiful day, beautiful car. Oh yeah, there's those holes that I gotta fill up. Cause the city don't do it. Oh, this feels so smooth. What the heck? Okay, that's as much as I need in life. I don't know what happened with that.
Beat the fuck up.
I don't even know it, actually. He get beat the fuck up with this. You bully his ass. Right over there. Here we go. Gauges up on that. And just make sure, and then we just tuck right in and park. I know you guys are jealous. Full carbon. Even though I'm at work. Back to hospital stuff. What is up? Speedy Scoop here, bringing you another video. I appreciate you guys always tuning in. You guys are truly awesome. With that being said, let's get on to this Mini Cooper project. Do what we have to do, and let's get on it. You guys want to know what's going to happen? Let's go. Let's uncover her for some fun. Since, you know, sorry, the car is so dirty. Anyways, this car is so amazing, Mini Cooper. When there's no battery, I had to go to the freaking front and go in my little box that was outside. Ugh, dirty. Anyways, I have to put a battery in here just to open up the back hatch because there's no possible way. There's no keyhole, there's nothing. Only way for this R53 from 2003 is, so for anyone with the R53, at least, you know, most of them, if you're dealing with a dead battery or having no battery in there, to open up the trunk or the hatch, whatever you want to call it, usually you could take out the seats, you know, and right under here, right in the middle, right there, let me point, right there would be pretty much a latch to pull the hatch open. I don't have that, so you would have to go open the hood. Pretty much there's a little terminal, you can jump it there, or you could do what I do and just pretty much open the car from the passenger side with the key. Don't know why I said the passenger side. I meant the driver's side. Open that up with the key, and then I just have the passenger door open, and then jump it. Literally put the cables through here if you want, or if you have another battery, take out this battery and do it. Dang, what did I punch? I didn't even get to work on cars yet. I already just like that, ladies and gents, it's open. The battery's still in there. I'll take it out from that side so it's easier. I have to pretty much roll this forward. I have enough room, I won't hit the BMW, but the RX-7 is not allowing me to open the hatch all the way because of their its trunk. So let's do this, move it forward. All right guys, well, unfortunate with these air struts are really blown, so I have to use one of those. Hopefully it doesn't fall on me. This is the rear. Obviously the pocket for the exhaust. My exhaust has a bend. Let's see if you guys can see it. Let's see if we follow that without it blurring. I can't really see. Okay, see, the exhaust goes this way, it bends this way, and it pretty much just bends around. Let's see if I go this way. The battery. Yeah, the car is really low, so it's hard. Yep. So I want to be able to go complete straight pipe and do whatever exhaust setup crazy without having to go around this thing that goes down a foot at least. And look at them holes. Yeah. Definitely seen better days. So I'm going to cut that and pretty much weld back, and hopefully it does good. I do realize I need a new bottom because this bottom's crap. So maybe I can find a different piece of metal, do what I got to do, work some magic, clean it up, and weld it and battery relocate this baby. Okay, slid out the box. It showed like some type of fucking, you know, those type boxes, fuse setup type. I can't even remember the name for it. So now that I slid that out, I'm pretty much just gonna finish it out and cut, weld, and all that fancy. I just need a new bottom to make it sit nicely so I can cover it, nothing gets wet in the inside, and relocate the battery either that side or that side with a nice strap. Alright, I have her up just enough so I can have, you know, room where I'm sitting down and not laying down and cutting. I have to either debate on fully removing that before I cut or not, because I'm still up in the air if I should keep this, but I know it's there for a purpose. I understand. But let's see where we get. Now being down here a little bit more, I have to take this off. Just this little part. This is where my old OEM exhaust was. So I'll just put this back for now. I get to cut all that. You see there's like a CX. It looks like a CX and a C. But I'm going to cut pretty much to that little groove there, the first little one. Let me put this bolt in and I can point. I'll probably cut to there or to the first one just so I can have some play to when I weld, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to have it high enough so an exhaust can go pretty much straight versus, look at this, it's like a big curve, you know what I'm saying? Box. So I want it to go straight through here, straight through this box and pretty much come out the same way like this. And I want to do a crazy exhaust setup so whenever I do spit flames, it's going to be dope. So I'm pretty sure once you take out all these, there's 3 of them, one on each corner and one in the back. And once you should fall, yep, it should just be like that. Let's get it out so you guys can see it. It should just be like that. A nice little shield around the battery. Now we can get to cutting. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything else. I'm gonna double check and then we can get to the process. So the exhaust is kind of in the way, so I loosen these babies. I'm hoping once I get this off, and obviously I need to get that one, but that one's like welded onto the body, so I'm hoping once I loosen this it'll have enough slack to take it off the little rubber I don't even know what they call those, hangers, hinges, whatever the heck, but let's see. Rubber hangers off. That one is off also. Now I have more room to play with. Obviously it's welded to the front. I could take it off from the headers and all that fancy. I'd rather not. So now I have this block where I can lower it a little bit and shove this baby, you know, somewhere like that, just to give me some more room, because as you can see, if I push down, bam, more room. I have a solid, because it was all the way up here, so I have a solid couple inches to work with so I can cut with my cutting wheel. Let's do this. I mean, it'd be useful if I probably put some gloves so it don't spark too much up on my hands. Guys, hold on tight. I'm trying to reach from all the way back here. You guys look how far I am. That's my setup. I'm so close to the RX-7. I'm reaching freaking all the way out here. And then, yeah, I should be a lot closer so my arms can have more strength. But we're getting somewhere. Not that bad, actually, not that bad. So guys, this is my initial cut from the front, or I guess the rear of the car, but not to be funny though, right? I did pretty damn good for, you know, it's pretty straight. I mean, it's not bad. Let's see it from the inside. You know, obviously. Oh, okay. And then it's just fabric. Okay, okay. Make sure nothing gets cut and keep it moving. This wire I will eventually tape or something to move to the side so I don't on accident. Alright guys, I got it going around town. And I just need to go there and around that way. You know, it's a little uncomfortable because, you know, so long. And yeah, I'm getting there. Obviously, I gotta get that little chunk right there. And it's not too bad, not too bad. Once I grind it down, do what I gotta do, then place a nice little metal piece at the bottom, weld it on. I think I'll be set, you know. And then from there, just make sure to primer it down so it doesn't get rusty and paint it and do all that fancy. Welp, before I didn't think it was gonna drop so soon, but yep, that last little bit I just have to, where's that hammer? I probably can bang it out without cutting it. Oops. Let's see how much. Look, it's just a baby little bit, so I'm gonna take that out. So let's go from the bottom. Look how nasty that is. I just gotta chop that up a little bit, so barely anything. Use the saw on that little lip and call it a day. Well, God, I'm so happy. There's a hole. Now I can, you guys can see the bend on the exhaust I was talking about. Look how pointless that is. Yeah. Big bend. Big bend the game. I just need to grind that down, make it look nice and smooth around the areas, place something nicely, block that, all the room in the world to do even the craziest exhaust setup. I left enough room to play, plus a lip for me to weld, do what I got to do. I need new freaking control arms, adjustable. Yep, I need a lot of new stuff on this car. It did me well for all the time that I've used it. Never let me down. So before I continue, and I forget to record, I've been bending up the top just so I can push it in more, because all I want to use is where the letters is, pretty much that line, and pretty much a square. What size square? I guess it's a rectangle-ish type shape. Yeah, so pretty much I want to cut out that shape, so I'm trying to shape it, and then I'm going to measure it with a, I'm going to outline it with a Sharpie, and then cut it out. Once I measured, outline, cut, and then pretty much tack weld everything on once, you know, it's nice and good, so I can fully weld it on. So pretty much the idea I have, I'm going to come out under, so you guys can see where the letters are at, push it all the way up, nice little seal, you know what I'm saying, tack weld it, and it will be a lot higher than, as you can see, that's about a foot down, so I can do the exhaust without having a bend in my exhaust. Had to bring out electric spinny boy just so I can get some smoothness. Yeah, just so I can get a nice little smooth type, you know, I don't know what it's called, but so I can put it up, and once I tack weld everything on, then I can really weld it together, cut all the excess off that I truly need. One of those steps I'll do, you know what I'm talking about. Had to bring out Spinny Boy number 2, you know what I'm saying, to get a cut. Bam! You know, the black line is what I need, but I want to give a little bit extra so pretty much I can cut a little bit, make it nicer once I get the big chunks out. Gonna cut this side now, and then pretty much the corners of this too, and then yeah, start lining them up to over here so I can get to tack welding on it, so I don't have to hold it while I weld it. Okay, as you can see, I have more of a shape to it. Obviously, this has more of a shape, and I will work on that as... Oh, I think this is how it was. That's how I drew it out. So it's pretty much going to lay like that, right there. I'm going to sand it, or whatever the heck. Make sure it's nice and smooth, just so I can play with it more and not get sliced up until I cut some more. So I have a pretty nice damn snug fit down here. I do like the fact that it has the Mini Cooper. I made sure to incorporate that, so, you know, when it looks down and you see it welded on not so nicely because I'm not a welder, at least it's Mini. I try to half-ass and not come to the garage and use my compressor so I can use my other Spinny Boy with nice sandpapers, but, you know, that's way too aggressive. Whoa, what is that? I don't know if that came to the frame, but that was huge. Anyways, see. So, came in here to do what I gotta do. I apologize for the pretty much compressor sound. I'm going to be sanding this side. I finished out this side, made it nice, ready for primer. Now I'm going to sand out the bottom half of the car, pretty much, because this is going to sit in the bottom of the car. Going to sand that, prime it down so it doesn't rust up. Make sure it looks all good in primer, and call it a day. Well, once we weld it and stuff. Well, I guess I ran out of primer. Well, I have a very little left. And this is double coverage. Supposedly it works both as primer and that, so that's what I have. It's what's gonna have to work for, I guess now. It should do good for the rain and not rusting up. So part 2 of this video is gonna be me trying to weld on the little metal piece under the battery thing, and plus a lot more for the Mini Cooper. You guys wanna stay tuned in. I'm just gonna try to pretty much vlog style, just whatever I record, put it in the video and release it, and just keep that rhythm going. Appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscribes. You guys be safe, and Speedy Scoop is out of here.